In our Health Watch, we're talking about the popularity of weight loss drugs like Ozempic. They're surging right now, especially here in the U.S. But some big questions still remain. Are they safe? Who should be taking them? Who shouldn't? Well, we're about to find out, because joining me now is Dr. Fadul, Director of Functional Medicine and the Chairman of the Better You Medical Board. Doctor, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So we know drugs like Ozempic have other uses besides weight management, like diabetes, but how do they work for weight loss? How do they actually work?
Yeah, it's a great question. So there are several medications in the weight loss category. Some of them work to impact digestion and absorption of fats, but the GLP-1 category, or glucagon-like peptide-1 hormone agonist category, works a couple different ways. So we have receptors for GLP-1 in our brain, in our pancreas, and in our gut. And in our brain, it impacts the hypothalamus' ability to feel satiated or feel full. In our pancreas, it increases the production of insulin, which lowers our glucose, our sugar levels. And in our intestine, it both slows motility, so it slows like how fast the gut moves, and how food moves through the gut, as well as it makes you feel fuller. So it actually works in multiple pathways.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And what do you recommend to patients when it comes to these weight loss medications? Like, should they take them in conjunction with other lifestyle changes, or is it just like a one fix thing?
Now, there are no magic bullets, right? So, and I encourage all the patients who are listening right now, or potential patients, to remember that this is just kind of it's a catalyst for good things, but sustainable change comes from a holistic approach, one that incorporates both lifestyle changes and nutrition changes that are optimal for you and your biology.
Well, we've seen some counterfeits already hit the market. Of course, when something grows in popularity, the counterfeit market spikes in that. How do you know what you're taking is safe and the real thing?
That's a great question as well. And I would strongly encourage everyone to only source these medications from reputable sources, right? So right now, there's a lot of places online, because GLP-1s are having a moment right now in pop culture. But they need to be sourced from places that actually have a holistic approach to care, one that wraps around, personal health coaches, nutritionists, and sustainable changes, not just sourcing out a medication, because that may or may not be accurately sourced in the first place. And again, there are no magic bullets. This weight loss, the journey that you're going on, has to be one that's holistic in nature to be successful.
And one of the things that I know, there's a lot of questions about this still. Is it safe? And does more research still need to be done? What do you think are some of the most common misconceptions at this point about it?
Just like any medication that's early on in its lifespan, there's always going to be questions. With all that being said, the GLP-1 category has been around for quite some time, many years. Again, it's having a moment now, which is great, and we're actually seeing more and more indications for GLP-1s, because the clinical benefit goes beyond just metabolic health. We're seeing benefits in the cardiovascular realm and elsewhere, all of which are expanding the demand of it. I think for anyone who's thinking about, am I the right candidate for a GLP-1? There's many answers to this question that all of them need to start with seeing your medical provider first. But there's very few contraindications to using it, and there are many indications for it. So this isn't something that everyone should be on, certainly not, but there are many people who probably should be on it that are not yet.
All right, Dr. Fadul, Director of Functional Medicine and Chairman of the Better You Medical Board, thanks for joining us and answering our questions about this. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. Take care.
Take care.